Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Aces53 with Ed Parcaut and myself, the once a week version for the holidays. So how you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. You hate to hear this, but my pod's doing really well.
Right. Well, and you said business in general is picked back up, which is kind of strange for the end of the
Yes,
year, isn't it?
that's what I said. But, they must have been listening to me because the best time to buy a house is actually in December. There's 7 best days. Out of the 10 best days in the year, 7 of them are in December.
We bought we put an offer in for a house in December and we ended up getting it. I remember we put the offer in, ended up being the backup offer. And by the time it came around, it was actually Valentine's Day. And I was like, hey, then I was married and I told the ex-wife, I'm like, you know what you're gonna get for Valentine's Day? She's like, what? I'm like, we're gonna get the house, and printed out a little thing, put it out. And sure enough, we went and got massages, came home, and we had the house. But that's the whole thing. I've always bought in November, December.
Well, the best time to buy is when everybody else is running, and that's what still people are doing. People are just they don't know what to do, and I don't want to get in the whole thing. But the one thing I will say about our industry, so I do a lot with, I'm a wholesale broker. I do a lot with UWM, and they put together kind of like our high level that we have. They have an AI who calls all my clients for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and touch bases after the close.
Right.
Everything we're supposed to do, but we're so busy that we don't do it. And now they have an AI person who does it, Mia, and she's calling like 10 to 20 of my past clients constantly, and it gives you a report of what they said. Like I have one today that she reached out to, and he wants me to call him at 4 p.m. today. And most of these I've been ignoring because I was like, this is no one's going to want to talk. They'll know it's my AI.
Yeah.
No one cares. But I'm like, they were saying one guy who was a big producer got 60 deals out of it.
Really?
Yeah, this year for them. So they only started this in July. I was like, whoever got that high level account is happy. I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's not high level, but
that's fine.
It's their own AI. But yeah, so I mean, they're way ahead of everybody else because any other wholesale lender doesn't do that. They don't do that kind of stuff where they are like, hey, we're going to help you build and keep building and keep building. And that's like, wow. There you go. So I'm just saying, because I know in January there's that AI bot that Perry's putting on, and I think everybody should go to that. I just don't know if I want to do a 5-hour flight and coach.
Yeah. Well, I just can't. Number one, that's the last week before a kiddo goes back to school.
Yeah. And it's right after the first.
Right. Yeah. It's like the 4th, 5th, and 6th or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But I still get up every day, and I know it's because it's in my time zone, but I get up and do the AI morning club every day, with learning what else you could do. Then we started the vibe coding earlier this week, to go through all that stuff. And so I'm just saying,
vibe coding for profits.
Yes.
Vibe coding for profits. Yeah. We were talking about how much we joined Perry Belcher's, what's it called? Ignite.
Right. Ignite.
And Mastermind. And I must say, out of all the stuff I've been in, it is a lot. And I can see and we were talking how it's different than other ones we've been in, where he's adamant about trying to make sure you make money and stay, so you'll stay in his mastermind.
Right.
And it's not about the benefit you give him. It's about the benefit he gives you. But then in turn, it's the same thing. When we are givers, people give back.
Yes. Well, and you look at the teams he's created around him, right? So it's not just him. He brings in different people like, hey, I'm going to have this person teach this, get this person teach that. And it becomes, in a positive way, very much a cult-like group in that they all support each other. Not only do they have like a few events a year, but there's the cruise that they go on, so you can be around people. So they're talking about not only should you learn all these different skills, but how do you get in rooms? How do you truly network with someone versus go an event for 1 or 2 days, but literally spend like a week together on a cruise? And this is the one we're in, is his lower tier one, right? And then he's got a higher tier one too, that's 10 times more expensive a year. And it's funny because the people from that higher tier one still come into all the meetings for Ignite, like we're talking about. And anybody who asks me like, hey, I'm looking for coaching, this, that, I'm like, Ignite. Because like you said, it's not just let's meet once a month or once a week and, we'll talk on a topic. It's multiple calls every week.
Every day.
Calls and implementation.
Yeah. I mean, it's every day they have something. Almost, it's like, oh my God, this is too much.
Yes.
And I miss a lot. And I miss the AI morning because it's at 6 a.m. And it's just... Yes, I could force myself to get up and do it, but that's just not, Now, if you watch on an iPad, can't you record with an iPad?
Well, so no, you can go to Perry's Facebook and rewatch all the AI morning clubs.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
That was
So
new.
if you go to his Facebook page, he always redoes them there.
Oh, I did not know that, because they were acting like you can't record this. You can't, because everybody's like, somebody will go, I'm recording this with the AI, whatever. And they're like, no recordings allowed. You will be kicked out.
Yeah. So they do replays and everything on. You have to just go to Perry's. As a matter of fact, here, I'll send you the link.
Oh, and if you guys want, who's listening or anything about it, want to know more information about this, just reach out to Brian or myself so we can talk to you about it. And then we'll give you the link to connect.
Yeah. It's hands down the best one I've invested in, just from not just how many things you get a week. Like you said, there's some AI morning clubs daily. There's a Tuesday traffic call, Wednesday implementation call, Thursday is vibe coding. Yeah. I mean, and then the amount of events that they have, their live events that you get tickets to.
And then they have office hours for their own go high level version.
Right. Yeah. And then like 5 to 7 live events. So there's going to be a how to build your business one that's going to be coming up. But the next one, like we talked about, AI bots, right? That'll be the one in January. There's going to be one on how to set up your business, everything, LLC, setting up, getting funding, small business loans. What else have they done? The AEO, right? The AI optimization
and certification, AEO.
Yeah. And you get access to all the previous courses that they did. I mean, you could literally just invest in that one and be set for life. There was I watched the one on newsletters. So that's going to help me get my newsletter out in 2026.
2026. Get out.
I've got it built. I want it to go out more often in 2026.
Mine goes out once a week now.
Right. That's
I have 2 versions of them, Inner Edison and Helping the Brave. And then my next one's going to be mine has to do with me and real estate, real estate jerky, because we do 6 episodes live and 1 radio.
Yeah. See, like I said, the amount of courses and everything that they offer in addition to it, I was surprised that came in that inexpensive for it.
Well, at first it wasn't inexpensive.
Right.
You think, oh my God, but then you get in and you go, oh, wow. And then anything he puts on, comes up with growth hacking live next year, we won't have to pay for it if they have another one. Right. And then, I mean, like AI bot, we can go there. I just have to pay for my flight and my room.
Yeah, exactly. Versus, I've been in masterminds where you pay to be in the mastermind and you pay to go to every single event. And that's just not the way he does it. So it's, like I said, I almost hate telling people that it's out there, but I want to give people the same opportunity I have. So.
It's a great opportunity. I mean, I was surprised. I could just tell at growth hacking, it was a part that I wanted to be at. When I went to his other one, which is Driven, it was great. But I wasn't ready with everything I had going on to add something at that level.
Right.
I wanted to see if there's ways. And my problem is I went to growth hacking live and then I've been vibe coding ever since. And it's, gets in the way of everything else.
Well, that's the hardest thing is they have so many events. It's like, what do I go to? And that's the funny thing. Before it was like, okay, what do I go to with different people? Now this group has so many. It's like, okay, which of these do I go to?
Well, you finally stop going to all of them. Just go like with this, just pick something and go full in on it.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing. If you're trying to learn high level, go high level or high level, whatever you want to call it. They have so many things, so much stuff. You cannot understand all of it. Just pick a couple things and understand it. Like the biggest thing I would tell people is the AI voice and customer get to answer the phone and do out calls. That's, again, there's certain things you need to understand, like Texas is a new law on texting and all the other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's the funny thing about the new Texas law on texting is I still get BS texts nonstop. Like the ones I get recently is, hi, I'm looking to hire a remote job, blah, blah, blah. So it's not really slowing down a lot. I mean, maybe
yet. That's why nobody's, but no, they probably given a moratorium or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I mean, that's just like in 2026 in March, the bureaus can't sell your information anymore when you get a hard pull.
Really?
Yeah. They can only sell it. They can only give it to the existing lender that has your thing. Yeah. That type of relationship will know. Nobody else will know. Wow.
Okay. Didn't know that.
And if you don't have one, if you, the purchase, no one's going to be hounding you. So yeah, so they're still right now getting those last few. And that's why they're like credit reports prices are doubling.
Yeah.
because we no longer can sell this stuff. So you're going to have to pay for it.
I want to show you something. So we got to see your stuff before, but let me show you mine now.
Is this your cards?
This is going to be my cards. Yes.
You got to actually share it. Share it.
I know. I'm going. Share screen, window. Share. All right, there we go. So this is the landing page. Come in, then you say, see the flashcard. So I like how it all moves. Again, this was all done in vibe coding.
Right.
And so
those move like that because you told it to polish it like it's a Silicon Valley one, right?
Right.
That's how you know the difference, because they weren't moving like that before.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you come in, you say, I want to start with the flashcards, or I want to, I think I'm gonna move another button up here to make it easy for people to get to it versus having to scroll.
I would you got a free version?
Yep. You got the free cards that pop up. So when everybody comes in, you can use the arrows on your keyboard. You can use it. And people say,
I like those arrows on the side.
I know. It's almost like Ed told me to put them on.
I don't know about red, though. Red
that's just, I said, look at with the brand color of my web page, and that's what it picked.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And people have said, well, these cards look old. They are. When they were first designed, it was, I think, in the 80s when Mac had them done. And what'll happen is this is version 1, get a product out the door. Version 2 will be taking actual people's faces to replace these with. But then you just click to flip it over, and you can see, what do the straight eyebrows mean? How does it work? You can click here, see, what are some facts? How do you deal with the people? Yeah, and this was all done by AI.
Well, and that whole card could be created by AI with the brow, the whole eyes, everything. So
exactly.
Replace with real eyes and the real eye. That's all you have to tell it to do. And update the cards to the 21st century, please.
Yes. Find them.
Make them good enough for the 23rd century.
And so when Mac first did this, he hired an artist to actually draw it, because back then you couldn't go get, there was no deposit photo, it was all this kind of stuff. So, and you had to worry about licensing, right? So he hired someone to come in and do all of this. So yeah, the cards are older. You can come over here and say, because
like 1950s, man.
Yeah. Right now, because it's under the free one, that's all you get. So you get the introduction, and that is the first the cards that you get for free. So the free cards are the same eyebrow shape, eyebrow height, and the 3 basic types of eyebrows. So with all, flip it over, see it, and then when you sign up,
and you did this yourself?
I know, all in vibe coding. That's the, going back to this, we went to Growth Hacking Live. They started talking about vibe coding. I'd heard it, but I didn't understand it really. And
what did Ed tell you to do?
What's that?
What did Ed tell you to do?
Well, I'm glad I didn't start in Replit. Right. Huh? I'm glad I didn't start in Replit, though.
I didn't tell you to start in Replit.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, that's where I was glad, because I actually enjoyed Lovable more. It's just easy for me to use. Like we hopped on, Joel and I were helping with Cloudflare. I was having an issue, and I just went and asked Lovable, hey, go fix this, and it went and fixed it for us. But that's what's really fun about it is you talk to it like a person or an employee, just like ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these others, but the end result of what you get is insane.
Yeah. Well, I tried to explain to people, it's like your child. You have to oversee it. You have to make sure it does its work. It's like an employee. It's like all those things. They're going to, I don't want to say, your kid will lie to you more than an employee would potentially, because all kids lie. It's just how it is. Once you understand that, it's like my son, my little story. We had a 1990 F-150 lifted and everything 4x4. Roche had it first. The pedal was too far for Sydney, so we had to buy her a different car. But then Blake had it, and it kept breaking engine mounts. All this stuff was happening. The fan was going into the radiator, and my mechanic's like, "Dude, your son's jumping this stuff." I go, "I know," and I told my wife, "No, he wouldn't lie to us. He was the baby."
Yeah.
No, he's lying his ass off. And later years later, oh yeah, I was jumping. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, when you got a truck and you're a kid, I had a little Nissan when we got started, and that was the whole thing. It's like, how high can we get it? Now, of course, in my head, it was like Dukes of Hazzard, but it's probably like 2 feet off the ground.
Well, the difference with this is I said, this is the last time we're fixing it. You break it again, you have to fix it yourself. And then he broke it and he had to fix it himself. And guess what? He didn't do the same. There was mud in the air intake and all this stuff for, and I knew he was doing what he was doing. It's like, if you're going to do it, that's fine. Just clean it.
Well,
after.
what do they say? People who pay attention. That's why you don't offer free courses for very much, is nobody watches them. And I'm guilty of that. I've had some really, really well-paid, recognized speakers give me stuff that I haven't taken full advantage of because I didn't invest the money in it. And it's human nature. We all do it. We devalue what we get for free versus what we pay for. We're thinking, I spent that money, I got to get in that course. So, same thing with the kid. But going back to definitely the vibe coding, even just with what Perry has covered this week, it's crazy what simple ideas people are turning into money that before would have cost you $10,000 to $15,000 to get even it created, let alone get it to where you can sell it, you can do anything else with it. Like this whole app, like it created every Stripe integration I needed. It ran tests, it does everything. And then if you think of something new, like we went into it yesterday and said, when somebody signs up here, go and check Go High Level and say, are they already a customer on and Go High Level? If not, create it, add in a tag that says that it came from the flashcard set, a whole third party thing, and go from there. And it just says, okay, and does the work for you.
I know it's amazing what it does. And that's the thing that people don't understand. That's why I was trying to tell you, just get going on it. You'll figure it out. Yeah. And that's the thing is, your first round was not as good as your second round and your third round. And that's what happens. That's okay. There's things to tell it and ask it and make it better and better and better. Well, I guarantee so you go in there and you make a new one of the one you have right now. Right.
Right.
And you tell it to go ahead and redo all the cards and fix them for you automatically. Yes. Right. And then see what happens. And then if it's better, great. If not, you still have your original one. Don't mess with your original one. Make an extra copy to make the changes on.
Right. Well, and I even reached out to another a body language expert who I have his flashcards, and I pinged him. Now he hasn't responded, but on Instagram and said, hey, do you still sell your flashcards? And if he does, I'm going to offer to duplicate what I do, charge him a little bit of money, and basically duplicate mine, put in his cards, but make it for him.
I would tell you to do is make your own.
Right. But yes, I could.
No,
I'm just looking at
now
a quick, easy way.
But
would be to just
if they're not
I
know, but you could still have chat lovable. See, you might take the one you have now and say, hey, I have to see what you created for me now. I now want to do body language. Here is the stuff that I want to do. Blah, 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 blah. Now create the cards. You have now your own, because you're not only a facial recognition person, but you could also be you need to know both of those.
Right.
So for you are an expert in both. Right. So the fact that I would tell you right now, stop, do it yourself, get them out there yourself. And then if he comes back and says, yes, he wants them, then you can just do his cards, but you need to have your own to keep adding to what you can do.
I agree. Well, what this is proof of concept of build it and sell it to somebody else. Right.
That's what I understand that
this week. Right.
I understand, but
got a good point.
We're arguing, but I'm just saying, here's the thing. They're going to come back and say, oh, well, I just like you did with that thing that someone about Chat GPT, when they said, create a Chat GPT of yourself. And you're like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
You should have done it.
Yeah.
You should still do it.
Well, I agree. Well, now the whole plan is flashcards first, then group coaching, and put the GPT behind a paywall so that way it's going out there. So what Adam said was just give it away to the world for free, and then they'll hire you later. And that still sounds off to me.
They will, because they're not going to take time to do it. They're going to want, here's the reason that there is lines for psychics, for people to call psychic hotlines. And I don't know if did you hear the story about this? I think Barry told the story. Perry.
Yeah.
Where he did some work a long time ago. He's part of one of those psychic network kind of things. And they said if they got a person to call in 3 times to ask questions and talk to them, they would have them for about $3,000 a month for their going forward.
Yeah.
Or $3,000 a year, because people just don't want to make decisions. They're so busy during the day making all these decisions. They want to call somebody for help them make decisions.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with this, is just the Chat GPT would help them for a second, but they're not going to find, they're going to want something else permanent. And that's where they come with you. And that's why I still think the body language, you could knock them out, your own cards again with the facial one, have it go change those, but then at the same time, create another one that's body language. And then you have 2 sets of cards. You can still make the guys, once yours are done, now make an app that you, that you can sell to them that they can white label.
Well, the good news is I already have my PowerPoints that I just did for the.
Did you hear what I said? White label it.
Right.
You give it to them to use with their information on it. It's kind of the same thing High Level did, right? I just said right. God, I hate when I do that.
So
where you create the card set and then now they can put their information on it and have it on their website as their own cards.
Right. Well, and like I said, I've already got the PowerPoint because I just did a whole session on body language and active listening at the dealerships in California last week. So I already have those. I should just turn the PowerPoints into additional flashcards.
You know, you need to start paying me some money a month for all this this coaching I do for you,
No, because I provide emotional support for you when you got to yell at somebody. So
when do I yell at somebody?
What's that?
When did I yell at somebody?
You didn't. I'm just saying every once in a while.
Oh, when will I really? Let me know when that happens.
Yeah.
But I'm just because you're too busy. You need to focus on you only right now and build both of those. Because nobody has this,
right?
Keep it that way, and then because even if you do what I said with the white labeling it and only tell these coaches, their people are going to not understand unless they bring you in as a facial recognition guy, and they're going to say, "Oh, he has his own set of cards,
right?
His own app, his own that." The cards are great, but to have an app on the next thing you got to do is have the app on the phone.
Yeah, well, right now, so they can via browser do it, but you're right. Eventually iOS or Android, but that's going to be a little more investment.
No, it's not that much. It's like a few $100 to convert it to a full app.
Yeah.
But what you can do is on your actual page, have a thing download app. And then it will automatically download to their phone.
Well, I think I've got that right now. When you go into the card site, it'll say install facial decoding flashcards, and it's set up to do that right now.
Okay, then you're good. They'll add it on, but you can put it through the Apple store and the other store. There's some things you have to change, and there's a company out there for $300. They'll help you do it.
That's interesting. So I'm looking on one. It says in there, it's like, hey, go ahead and download it. A different browser, it's not there. Wonder why.
But the question is it on mobile only?
Well, I'm looking on my desktop right now.
I know, but does it need to be on desktop?
That's the question.
Does it only need to be on mobile? Because you could tell your thing only to do it on mobile.
Yeah. All right.
Because you want them on your site as much as possible.
Right.
That helps with SEO. You follow me with that one?
Yep.
So
access the website with their phones. Sorry, I'm putting in lovable while we're talking.
No problem. But again, it's amazing what you can do with these custom. Because think about it, you would have never done an app with your cards.
I talked to somebody a year ago, and it was $8 to $12 just to get an app started.
Just to get how you want it and have the conversation. Well, dude, a year ago it was $8,000 to do anything.
Yeah,
website, whatever. Now, I mean, I've done a few websites for some people with this amazing AI stuff I built into it that is unreal for $5,000, which is just because they wanted me to do it. And if I'm going to do it, you're going to pay me $5,000 to spend. And it's really, I was trying to explain to somebody else, it's really not $5,000 for the website, but they wanted me to tie it into high level. So now I got to have the time to build out the high level part, which takes more time and more money.
Yeah. I'm currently listening to, I just drew a blank, John Gafford's book. I went and I was on his podcast in Vegas. So Escaping the Drift. And he was talking about there was a guy who, one of the things he did, and that's kind of one of the things I think we saw in one of the, you may not have been on the AI morning clubs, was people go around and find somebody who has a crappy website. Then you just go into any of these apps, create a better looking website and sell it to the people.
Yeah. Well, that's the big push with Perry since we started with, but they were like for $7, whatever they think is right, but they're just doing a regular website.
Yeah.
I'm doing a website that's got, like I said, everything connected to your high level or whatever CRM, auto stuff. And I'm creating the actual lead magnet download.
Yeah.
That they've never had. So that's why I can do a page for $750. Here you go. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
But don't have me support it or do anything else.
Right.
But I mean, again, that was not my business. I'm still doing a ton of business and loan, because someone asked me that day, how many businesses do you have? I go, got about 4 or 5 right now. And he's like, oh, PTSD, huh? I'm like, you asshole, because he's a vet. He understands, because people understand with PTSD, if you don't deal with it, you do multiple things to keep your mind busy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why it's like, it's like some of these people who are so far out there. Elon Musk. He's a little different, and that's why he's doing all this stuff. There's something else wrong with it. And that's the same thing with vets with PTSD. There's a lot of stuff we'll do, like 60-hour work weeks, plus them work out and everything else. No downtime.
I gotta get running. So we're gonna pick back up again. We're just doing next Thursday again, right?
Correct. And then Christmas week and then New Year's week, we're not here. We'll be back the second week in January.
Yeah.
But all right. Well,
all right.
Thanks, Brian. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you all for being here. Again, if you need any help on anything, or if you have questions regarding the Ignite Mastermind we've talked about here, reach out to Brian or myself, and we'll get you set up. And again, if there's anything we can do for you, reach out to us. Again, like and subscribe. Brian, thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, everybody.